Good evening, everybody. Well, it's evening in beautiful South Africa, and welcome to those of you who are here from anywhere else in the world, in other time zones and other language zones. I haven't done a live for a while because I had a knee replacement op, which kept me very occupied. But I'm absolutely excited, delighted, and privileged to have Temie with me tonight to share her story. And I'm going to let Temie just now, when I'm finished the introduction, introduce herself properly because I can't pronounce her surname and I don't want to mess it up. So I'm going to let her just do it herself. But welcome, Temie, and thank you so much for showing up to do this. I think Temie, I'll shut up just now and Temie will tell her story because people always tell their own stories best. But just to summarize, when I met Temie and the first time we spoke, I was absolutely blown away by her, just her beautiful, loving vibration, her openness, her happiness, her enthusiasm. And we started talking a little bit about her life, and I was absolutely blown away because Temie's start in life was far more difficult on so many levels than most people will have in 10 lifetimes. To start a lifetime in a country like South Africa, in a poverty-stricken small village in the Eastern Cape. Temie's from the Eastern Cape in South Africa. She's a Xhosa, well, she'll say it properly, Xhosa lady who grew up in poverty, who grew up with not a lot of opportunity at that stage, who grew up with a mother, alcoholic father, and a mother who died when she was very, very young. And Temie has not only come out the other side of all of that, but she has managed to get herself educated, to get an international diploma, and to stay connected with her community and to do service in her community. And she's just so inspiring. She inspired me so much. And every time I'm with her, she inspires me. So please enjoy this ride with Temie. And with that, I'm going to hand over to Temie just to say we can take 7 people asking questions or commenting on this live. So please, if you want to say hello or you want to ask a question or you want to make a comment, about 10 minutes before the end, I'll go through them. I won't go through every hello and every comment, but if there's significant comments or questions, I'll hand them over to Temie. And with that, I'm going to sign myself off and say, welcome, Temie, and we look forward to your story, my friend.
Hello, everyone. My name is Temie Makefungana. That's my surname. My claim name is Mastatu. I was born in Xhosa East, in a small village outside East London. We are 3 at home. I'm the last born. My mother used to work one of the farm, and then she used to go early in the morning to milk a cow, and then she will come back with the milk and drop the milk, and then she will go to one of these beautiful houses in this side to work as a domestic worker, and then she will come with a maize meal, and then we will have something to eat. My father was there, they were married, but he didn't even pay for our school fees. I think that time school fees was 20 rand. When he was a foreman to one of the houses that were built. When he get money on Fridays, he will go to the girlfriend. He will only come back on Tuesday. No money, no nothing. And then my mother, I think in the long time ago, they don't have our mind, because our mind will like, I can't stay to this relationship. I'm leaving this marriage. But she stayed. And then when he come back, we'll give him food. He won't say, no, you go and eat your money. No, he will give him food. And then he stayed, and I grew up. I was the mother's baby. I used to hold to his gate when she goes to work as a domestic worker, I will see what she's doing and learn. And it happened when I was doing grade 10 in January 2005. It was 31st of May of January. It was 31st of January. She went to work, healthy and strong. She was strong. She had diabetes. She had asthma. She had high blood pressure. But she was a strong lady. She went to work. She come back, done all the washing. And then when she was done the washing, she cooked supper. She slept. I think it was around 10 o'clock. She opened the door. I grew up in a squatter camp. So she opened the door and then she wanted air. Then when we opened, because it was me and my father and her, and she said, go and fetch water, my baby. I go and fetch water. I give her water. She drank the water. After she's done with the water, she said, just pray. Then I didn't know what's happening. I went and called my brother because we were staying close. I called my brother, they came. She was not talking. And after that, we called the community to come. So they tried to pump him, but nothing. There was no ambulance. There was no car to take him to the hospital. So we wait for the ambulance that came, we call it at 10, and then it came only at around 1. So the ambulance man, the emergency, took his testing and then he tested and then he said, she passed away. She's gone. And then life changes. My mother is gone. So we are 3 with an alcoholic father, which was not working at that time. He was staying at home, not working. So what happened, we tried to organize the funeral and it passed. But I was unfortunately in a lack because the lady that my mother was working for, she knew me. So she said, I can go every Saturday to her house and open and dust because I was 15 years. I knew some other things of how to clean. So I went and opened every Saturday. I didn't get money. I used to go to one of the shops here in the village and get food of 250 to provide for my family. I failed that year when I was 15 in 2005. I failed my grade 10. Then I tell myself I'm not giving up. I go again. And luckily for me, there was another. My mother had 2 houses as a domestic worker. So another lady said, I will take you to a boarding school in Pilot. So I stay in Pilot in a boarding school. I was privileged enough. She bought me everything that I need. So I stay at Pilots. Then I come only on holidays. And my sister was working. And my brother quit work because at school. He quit at school because he wanted to go and look for work to be able to provide for the family. And I was also in school. So in 2006, I did my grade 10, then I passed. Then 2007, I was in grade 11. I failed grade 11 in 2007. 2008, in June, I got pregnant. I didn't know that I was pregnant. until I was 5 months. Yeah, I was 5 months. Then I knew that life again, it's not going to be easy. And lucky for me, my aunt took me to stay with her because she's going to look after the baby. And I told myself I'm not going to give up school. So in 2009, I was blessed with a beautiful boy, Benny, but I didn't give up school. 2009, I studied. I get a better marks. And then I did grade 12 in 2010. So if you can count correctly, I did my grade 10 twice. I did my grade 11 3 times because I wanted to have a matric. In 2010, got lucky. And then, unfortunately for me, the father's side, there was an aunt that took my son while I was doing grade 12 because it was too much. So I passed my grade 12. Then I come back at home at the end of 2010. Look for a
Temie,
job.
sorry, can I just say, can you just sit still rather than moving? It will just, just be easier for us to follow you. Thanks.
Okay.
Sorry.
So when I come back, and then I started to look for a job. Then fortunately for me, in 2011, I got a job from Crawford's. I was a waitress from 2011. Then I was providing for my family and also for my son. Then in 2014, I got an opportunity to work at the craft center as the visitors information center in 2014. So I resigned at Crawford's. I got the job at the craft center in the village. Then I worked from January, February there. Then there used to be kids that will come to me and ask for something to eat. Then if I have money, I will buy them something to eat. Then lucky for me, I went to the shop. Then I meet this guy that is staying from, he's staying from Pretoria. So I told him that one day I want to start a soup kitchen to provide for all the kids in our village. So he dropped me, and then after an hour, he came back with a 300 rand. I started the soup kitchen from a 300 rand in 2014-17 of May. Then I started to approach single individuals, local business, and NGO Friends of Tinza. Then they were supportive, and they supported me. Then what we did, we fundraised because the soup kitchen was cooking Saturday and Sunday outside on an open fire, and my aim was to cook every day. So we fundraised, selling jelly tots party, and then we were lucky we got a painting, and then we used that painting to sell raffle tickets. And lucky for us, we managed to bought a container. And then we got donations of all the things that we needed in the kitchen inside. And then we have African Heartland, which they bring volunteers from all over the world. So they come and they build us the veranda. And we have the God for Good, which built a homework room. And we have Lame High School and the Van Western family, which they do the Blue Ocean. And then in 2017, there was a wedding, a very beautiful wedding. So we have tourists that come to the village. Then I told them my dream that one day I want to cook every day. They left, and then they said when they're back into their own country, we're going to donate some money that we can be able to cook. And then It's how we started in 2018 to cook every day. And it's how it all started. I also receive a stipend from them. We're not getting anything from the government. And it's also how it started when we uh, receive, we got another person that is going to help me to also get a stipend. So it's been 7 years. It's growing so nice. And I can see that every kid is happy. And my aim is to make sure that every kid goes to school, doesn't have a problem, and if he currently doesn't have shoe, if she doesn't short of a shirt, they talk to me, and then I make my way to ask. I have this family that is suffering. Then I was lucky while we were doing in 2015, while they were doing the roof for us, the veranda, I met a lady there. So when you do good things, God provides. I was lucky, I met a lady there. She asked if I can get 3 ladies that want to go back to school. She's American lady. And I said, okay, I'm gonna look for those 3 ladies. Then she said, no, you must be also be included. Then I was like, what? Me going to school? Yes. Then I met her, and then I organized another 2 ladies, and then we go and find a school. And we went to school. I didn't stay in town. The school is in East London, which is far. So it's about 40 minutes drive from Tinsa. So every day I come up because I have to come and cook for the kids. So I was going up and down, up and down. Every day I was going 4 times a week. So 2016, I did a diploma in international tourism. 2016, 2017, 2018. I was supposed to finish in 2018, but I got a redo. Then I had to pay for my redos, which cost about 10,000 Rand. But when I want something, I want it. I managed to pay for them and then got my diploma, international tourism diploma. And I also have child and youth care worker certificate to look after the kids. I also did it while I was busy, like in 2018, 2019, 2020, 3 years course, because I love the kids. I have a diploma, I'm a qualified, but I love the kids. My idea is not to go and look for a job. My idea is to stay in the soup kitchen and look after the kids and make sure that they go to school, and also to provide them, help them with their homework, help them where they need help, and keep my cleanser clean because I was born here. I love it. And also, I have this boy, Benny, which I love so much. I never got married. He and his father, we are not item, but I love my boy, and I'm looking after by myself. So I'm a single parent, which has hard work, and I'm not giving up any chances. And also, I have a wonderful family that supports me at home, my brother, and we also trying to build at the back, but with the money that I'm getting from the soup kitchen. And I was lucky to meet a lady, which is Glenys Bartlett. She's been there for me ever since I started it, and she's always doing we work together to the money that comes in and how we spend, and she's doing a wonderful job. And we also have the Siasefa Sana, which is another project that is under another lady, Katerina, which they are girls from the soup kitchen. They took the girls and teach them how to save. which is a beautiful thing. And they talk to those girls. And I also like sometimes when I have time, I go and talk to the girls because never get married, never get pregnant. Focus on your school. The boys out there, they lie, they promise you the world, but they disappear. So must get yourself school and then get yourself everything that you want until you are ready. Yes. And there's so much about me. And we're still living with our father that comes and he's staying with his girlfriend, but he comes every day and checking on us, but he's still drunk. And our father, you'll see on the road carrying empties, he's selling empty. And if we are not home, he will look for something that he will steal. He's like that. But he is our father. God decided to take the mother that was good and hardworking, and he left that with our father. That is, we have to look like a baby when he's coming. No one must move on the chair and see what he's up to. Yeah. And also, I'm so blessed that my mother said I must pray before she died, because he gave me a thing that anyone cannot give me. I may not have anything that I want in life. I don't have a car, don't have a house, I'm staying at home, but I have God. And when I have God, everything is possible. And I trust him in everything that I do, that God, I want this now, and everything is possible. And I was lucky, I'm involved in a sanitary pads now that we are making pads. There's a project that started. So I'm also involved, I'm the cutter there. And I'm the speaker. So we're gonna go and speak to the girls about these sanitary pads. So those pads, they are not disposable one, because we're trying to stop the pollution in the world. So you can wash them. So I'm also earning money from there, and then I'll be able to do everything that I want. Yes. And there's so much about me. There's so much I can speak to. But everything is a blessing. Everything is appreciated. Appreciate what you have, and wake up each day, do what you can where you are, and then you'll be well blessed. Yeah. So yes.
Ah, that's hilarious. I was talking with my mic off. Sorry, man. Hello. I'm back. Timmy, you're incredibly inspiring, because we live in a country and a world actually where millions and millions of people are born and growing up in squatter camps in poverty with so little hope. They think no hope. It feels hopeless. It feels like, how do you crawl out of that situation? Plus, you had a traumatic childhood, an alcoholic father, an early death with your mother. You failed matric 3 times. You had a baby while you were still at school. And yet you came through all of that. What can you say to people that are in that situation? How and why did you get through that? What are the 5 things that you would say to people? Every situation is a blessing. I've heard you just say that. The reason I've started doing these interviews is because my journey was very different to you. In my 50s, I got cancer, and cancer became a gift for beautiful transformation for me. So I started realizing that the darkest times of our lives and the difficulties and the hardships are sometimes actually the biggest gifts and the biggest opportunities, But it's not always easy to see that when you when you live in a space like you were born into. Tell us, what do you want to say to people out there who are in that same situation right now and just feel hopeless?
I would say to everyone that faith is the most important thing. Believe in yourself that you can do it. Never give up. Take every step as a challenge, and you're gonna have a testimony one day that I've been through this, but I made it. I've been through this, but I'm still going. I'm not gonna give up now. I'm pushing until I got what I wanted. It was not easy, but I believe with God by my side, I will make it. So never give up. Believe in yourself. Have faith that you will make it.
And what about asking for help, Temie? I think if I understood your story correctly, you actually went and asked. I think you asked for tourists to come through your village, through the squatter camp and the township to bring in some money for your soup kitchen. Am I right?
Yes. So we have the soup kitchen work, which is from Buccaneers, and people, they will come to the Kinza East, and then I'll show them, or me or another tour guide, show them the village, and then they will stop at the soup kitchen, and they prepare the meal, and then donate money. And then what happens is that when they are back to their own country, they will still donate money. But we have a difficult time that we all facing, the COVID time. So we don't get money as we used to. So we have, we need donation for soup kitchen, which is Kinza East Drop-In Center. If you can see it on Facebook, we are there, Kinza East Drop-In Center. And then you can like the page and then send us a message, or you can contact me for details, because we do have a bank. And then what we do, I'm not going alone when we need money. We are going together with a lady called Glynis. So there's no one that can go and take money. And then the money you donate, we send you an invoice. If you are a monthly donation, we send you an invoice at the end of the month, and then you saw how we spend the money. And we are busy also have a garden, which is nice. We're growing our own veggies. And we buy a lot of food. We buy like packages, which cost a fortune. It's about 12,000 a month, and food is increasing every day. So we really need a donation to keep us going. And I'm
Temie,
happy to
how many children are you feeding every day? And you're feeding them twice a day, am I right? And you're also building a shelter, I think, for the children. And could you explain why the children need a shelter and why do they need to be fed? Is it a consequence of poverty or unemployment, alcoholism? What's happening in the community?
I would say it's the alcoholic problem, unemployment, and and we give them porridge in the morning before they go to school, or if they are off to school, and then we give them porridge at 9. And we also give them food. If they are not at school, we give them at 1 lunch, but if they're at school, we give them at 4 o'clock, which is at 3 o'clock, we help them with their homework. The age of the kids is 1 year up to 17 years, from 1 up to 17. And we feed up to 100 a day. Like today, we're doing food cook, which is their favorite. I got about 105 kids that came to them. Yes.
And what is your vision for the future? Temie, what we'll do actually is tomorrow I will download this interview on YouTube, and it will also be watchable on my Facebook page or anyone who shared it. And underneath, we can post all the details. If anybody wants to contribute in any way, there's some people from overseas here. If anyone wants to contribute to the soup kitchen or find out more, we'll post your contact details, okay?
Yes.
So that it's easy for people to connect with you or get involved. But can you share with us, what is your vision for the future? I mean, you're a woman that could actually go off and get a big job in international tourism. You could leave the country. And what really touched my heart with you is that you stayed in your community and you stayed to be of service, and you do it with so much love, and you did it without any financial income at all in the beginning. You just did it on faith. It's just incredible that.
Yeah. So my vision is to see the soup kitchen grow. All the kids go to school. All the kids, we have talks about drugs, because drugs is everywhere, especially the boys. So my vision is to stay in Trinza. I love Trinza. And to see, I believe in God. I'm not earning much, but I want to see also my son to go to one of those private schools. But I have faith in God that everything will happen at its own time. And I see myself in Trinza. I love to travel. I love to travel. When I have money, I will travel, and because I have friends, the tourists that come from Buccaneers, and they are from overseas, and I have England friends, Germany, Australian, American. So I'll get free accommodation. I will tell them that I'm coming, but it will be like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Then I'm coming back to South Africa. With my diploma, I'm not seeing myself. I'm seeing myself as a tour guide. I'll do a tour guide where I can take the tourists to Trinza, East London, to show them how beautiful is the East London. And also, that's my thing, staying in Trinza with my
Temie,
diploma.
can you tell us, sorry, I interrupted you. Can you tell us what is Buccaneers? Because there's some people on here that don't know. Sinta is a small place in the Eastern Cape in South Africa, and Buccaneers is a tourist place. Is that right? A hotel or a...
Yes, Buccaneers is a backpacker. It's a backpacker place. Yes. Okay. So they accommodate people, they give people accommodation, and then they offer activities. So soup kitchen is one of the activities that you can do.
So this is such a lovely example for me as well. And I see Jared's here with us, the head of Move 1 Million in South Africa, who, yes, moving and shaking change, which is going to affect the whole world. I know we're going to be the leaders of the world, actually, to show the way for a beautiful new way to live. And one of the amazing things that's happening there with you, and it's happening in quite a lot of places in South Africa now, is people are working together.
Yes.
You know, we've had a very difficult past in this country, and there's a lot of judgment and racism and negativity. But if you start looking, the reason why I do these interviews, if you start looking, if you look what Jared's doing, what you're doing, what Aubrey does, you're at his house now, what that lady you're working with does, what Buccaneers, we're all working together, doing what we can, where we can together. And we're having fun. And we're cleaning up our country. You're not just feeding children. I mean, I know that you're involved in cleaning up your community, and you and Aubrey are involved in fixing the potholes because the municipality doesn't. And so it's much bigger than just soup. I think it's about a whole, it's uniting the two communities there, because in South Africa, even though we have no apartheid, we still live very separate by and large. And these kind of things are uniting us. We're getting together, and we're doing stuff for the greater good of everybody. For our country and for the future, and it's so exciting. So thank you for being one of those warriors of change.
Yeah, and I'm so thankful that I met Aubrey through Move 1 Million, because they come and they they donated the chicken and they cook everything and they come with a lot of friends. But our connection from there, from that day of Move 1 Million, it has not stopped. It continues with. So now we are doing big things. We do the cleaning up of our community and get all the kids to come and then we clean up. We did the potholes. We also did the Jerusalem song, which we were standing on the roads. And we also we just cleaned the site close to the soup kitchen. And in the soup kitchen, we're also planning to plant some fruit trees. And we have 10 drums that are there at the soup kitchen that we want to place in the village so that they can throw their dirty. And also, my aim is now with Aubrey, but we have to talk to the community first, is to clean the graveyard. I have my grandmother there. I have my mother there. That graveyard is looking like a disaster. So there's too much. And I like the Move 1 Million thing that we are together and then we're doing what we can where we are. I'm so blessed to meet people like you guys. And that's my aim. And some people, they ask me, even now, they're like, after this Mlungus. Then I said, I got it from my mother. That's what my mother left me because I used to go to work with her every day. I was learning something. So now I'm able to use it today. If I speak to Mlungu, she listens. Mlungu, when I speak, they listen because I'm talking.
What is a Mlungu? There are people from overseas here. I can see.
White person is a Mlungu.
A white person.
Yeah.
So Mlungu has taught you something. So you're not. It's amazing. You know what's so amazing about your story as well, and Jared, and I haven't got my glasses on. I don't know who else is here. I never looked just now. But people think they can't make a difference. You know, the world's in a bad state and our country's in a disastrous state. But there's so much we can do as individual people. Look what you've done from nothing.
Yeah,
we can make such a difference.
And we're not getting anything from the government as the soup kitchen. We don't receive a cent from the government, but we said we're not going to stay. It is like that, even to the potholes. You're not going to wait for the government to fix the potholes, whereas we are here. You can pick up the paper, do a group of people, go and clean. If you're going to wait for the government, you're going to wait forever, my friend. From today, stand up and do it for yourself.
Yes.
Because now I say 7 years, I'm running the soup kitchen. If I was waiting for the funding from the government, where I would be? I would not be where I am today. But the soup kitchen is looking amazing. Yeah.
Temie, your experience has also brought to me so much hope of unity in a country like this and unity in the world and change just from people doing what they can, where they are, being love in action. No, it's all very well to talk and to Facebook posts, but we also just need to do love in action. And it can be something small, can be something big like what you're doing, but we can change the country and the world one person at a time. Am I right?
Yes, one person at a time. Your planet is my planet. So I'm not going to sit there and see the papers and relax. It's my planet. I don't care who throw the paper. It's my planet. I will clean it.
Oh, I love that. I love it. Temie, should we take a look to see if there's any questions here?
Questions, yeah.
There's a lot of comments. I'm not going to read them all out unless you want me to. It might be a bit boring for people.
Just look for the questions.
I'll look for questions, but all these comments will be underneath the recording of the live on Facebook tomorrow.
Okay.
Someone said they can't hear. Oh dear. Sorry about that.
Ooh, sorry.
Just listening to you blesses us. I thought I should just say that.
Oh, wow.
Jared said, hello, amen, amen. Oh, Desmond said we are coming, South Africa.
Oh, we can't wait. We're gonna go everywhere.
So Aubrey asked, what is your long-term goal, Temie, over and above the soup kitchen? But I think you might have answered that now.
Yeah, my long-term goal is to see the soup kitchen grow and to make sure that everyone goes to school. And we have talked about the drugs in the village and giving the kids awareness of what challenges they might face, how to overcome those challenges. Yes.
So
Besides
that's
the
your
soup kitchen. Besides the soup kitchen.
And what
About
about, you told me you're going to get yourself a lovely car and travel. You're also allowed to do those things, eh?
Yeah. First, I have to take my son. My son come first. Is to
For
finish
school.
building the house I'm building at home. So I want to finish to build that house. It's a family home. It's not my home. It's a family home. So I want to finish it. Then when I'm done, I want to see if my child can go to private school. And also I want to have my own house, my own car, driving my fancy car, and then I'll say, beep, beep, I'm passing. Then I say, here I am in Morgan. I can go anywhere. I won't have to ask Aubrey that I want to go to internet first. No, I can go anywhere when I have a car.
But you must still love us when you fancy, hey? Okay, I believe that sale price from Buccaneers is on the talk, Timmy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, hello, thank you. So I'm glad we mentioned you. And someone here from Morgan Bay says she's got small trees for you.
Oh,
Kathy
great.
David.
Yes, to plant.
Someone said we can all make a difference. Aubrey said that, yes, every single one of us can make a difference. And Kathy here from Morgan Bay said she's an African Umlungu.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, there's quite a few people from Move 1 Million here, even Hillcrest and KZN. Love you, Timmy. Okay, fruit trees from Kathy and other trees. Well, Timmy, that's it. There's no questions. So I don't know if there are no questions. I think, can you just end off by telling us what are three takeaways you want people to take away? Because I do these talks to inspire people, to give them hope that from broken, you can become more whole, or you can become blessed. And in fact, it's often the journey of sacred training, actually, to true faith is to go through this brokenness. But what are the three things people that are listening, if they feel like, what can I take away from this? What are the three takeaways you want people to go away with?
There are three takeaways I will say. If you want something, go after it. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't give up and say, oh, it passes. I'm not going to go after. It's to go after it and don't give up. That's my main thing. Don't give up. Because everything is a challenge. Everything is an obstacle. You see now, like in the tourism places, they are suffering because there are no tourists. But through God, everything is going to change. We're going to adopt to live with the COVID. We have lost so many loved ones, but we have to go. Everyone has his own date to die. Just leave something that is remarkable, that they will remember you, that even if I die, I know those kids will say, yo, we miss Magapeni. Yeah. And I would also like to thank you people. If I didn't mention you, I'm sorry, but I would like to say thank you. I'll say thank you to Glenis Bartlett for all the hard work. Aubrey for introducing me to 1 million. Also African Heartland Journey, also Buccaneers. They have done a wonderful job for the tourist hike. And I'm so praying that the business can be back on order, because now we're not making any tips, any money. And also Rose Clark, they were there when we start the soup kitchen, and they help us to bring the container, everything. And I would say thanks to the Crawfords, they have been also supporting, and every single business in the village. And also thanks to Nosipo, may her soul rest in peace. She was also helping with a lot. And I am where I am today because God said, I will give you hope. I will give you anything. I may not have everything that I want, but I thank God that I'm still alive. I have a roof under my head, and I have family, and I have people that supporting me. It's because of God. And everything that you believe in, God will provide. You just keep on praying and believe that everything is possible if you believe in God. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Sorry for not mentioning you. And Antoinette,
Timmy,
thank you for giving me this opportunity
thank
to
you for
talk
coming.
live.
Sure.
I'm
And
so
I think
blessed.
I feel blessed too. I think we should end by putting out a challenge to all communities.
Yes.
To do what they can where they are.
Yes.
Doesn't matter how small it is, it's up to you, it's up to us.
Yes.
If there's going to be positive change. And I think next time we have Jared here, hey, on the interview.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see them.
So many inspiring people out there. So please sign up for my YouTube channel or onto my Facebook page if you're interested in hearing more, more stories. I'm very focused on looking at how messy can become better or how broken can become more whole. And it's actually a very exciting journey if you let the light come through the cracks. So, the cracks are there for the light to come through. So all the rubbish that's going on in our country and our world is just an opportunity to create a better place for us to live, actually. So, Temie, thank you and bless you. I feel absolutely privileged to have had you here and to have met you. And I can't wait for you to rock up here in your sports car one day. Okay, everybody, do what you can where you are. Yes. Okay, everyone's grateful and inspired and thanking you, Temie, but you can go through all the comments tomorrow and you can answer individually. And if anybody has any additional questions, you're welcome to just post them afterwards, and Temie and I will go through everything in the next few days.
Yeah.
So thank you for showing up, everybody who was here. And yes, we live in a beautiful country with beautiful people, Aubrey said, and I feel so blessed and so inspired. All the best from Move 1 Million PE. Thank you, Move 1 Million. Move 1 Million inspired me like you cannot believe.
Yes.
And so many people, so thank you. Anyway, let's stop blah-blahing here. Temie, should we go?
Yeah, Papa.
Okay, goodbye, everybody. Bless you. And please come and watch some future interviews. I do these most weeks, if not every week, every second week, with somebody who's gone from broken to more whole, broken to blessed. Okay. Good night from Gauteng. Wow. We've got so many people from so many everywhere here, Temie. Okay. Good night, everybody. See you next time. Bye, Temie. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Aubrey, for setting it up. Okay. Bye. Temie, don't disappear. Okay. I'm going to end the broadcast, but I'll chat to you.
Okay.